Global financial markets were all over the place today. We saw some big news come out of Robinhood and MicroStrategy. Michael Saylor is stepping down as CEO. We saw a lot of information come out in the crypto market as well. Solana, a huge hack. Cardano, some big news. So we got a lot to go over. If you enjoy this sort of content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's hop right in. Let's start off with crypto, the big story of the day, which is Solana. Solana's ecosystem has been hit by a hack, draining millions of dollars from over 8,000 wallets. These are mostly hot wallets, so wallets connected to the internet, let's say on iOS and Android. Big thing here is right now it's estimated that there's been $8 million that has been stolen, but not 100% sure how much it will be just yet. This is still ongoing, but as of right now, $8 million has been hacked from Solana hot wallets. Important thing right here is that we have seen Solana have significant issues in the past. There's been a lot of outages, a lot of hacks before. So if you are invested in Solana, you see anything about your wallet, make sure it's not connected to the internet. Make sure you have your Solana tokens in cold storage. And I would just be a little hesitant moving forward with Solana's ecosystem because they've had consistently outage after outage after outage. And now this hack on top of it really is not looking too good for Solana's ecosystem. One coin that has been doing well, layer one crypto, is actually Cardano. Cardano had a big announcement come out from a Swiss bank called Sygnum. Sygnum Bank is a Switzerland-based bank, and they are an institutional grade platform that just recently launched Cardano staking. This is a pretty big deal for Cardano and the Cardano ecosystem because now they're going to allow clients to generate staking rewards for ADA via their institutional grade platforms. This is going to be retail investors, institutional investors. Now there are more people who can have easily access to Cardano's ecosystem and staking Cardano. If you're not familiar, this bank actually has rolled out staking for crypto in 2020, November of 2020. They started with Tezos, and then in July 2021, they launched ETH 2.0 staking. Now they're adding Cardano. So if you are bullish on Cardano, this is just another thing to be excited about. We have the upcoming Vasil hard fork. We have new projects launching every single day. There's over 1,000 projects on Cardano's ecosystem, and now this with staking. Last thing with crypto before we get into the big stories of the day with the stock market, Robinhood and MicroStrategy, specifically Michael Saylor stepping down, is going to be that we have $510 million of options expiring on Friday, this coming Friday. And this is a big deal because right now we are seeing that the crypto market is hovering just above, Bitcoin's hovering just above the 200-week moving average. And if we see a couple of scenarios play out over the coming days, this could lead to a massive rally for the crypto market. So what we're seeing with the $510 million options, if we see Bitcoin close between $20,000 and $22,000 per coin, well, the net result would be bears with profit by $75 million. This seems unlikely based on our current price, or the current price currently is. If we see close between $22,000 and $24,000, well, it's going to be pretty, there's not going to be much of a result. It's going to be pretty balanced between bears and bulls. But if we see $24,000 to $25,000 per coin close for Bitcoin at the end of the week, well, that's going to profit bulls $90 million. And if that happens, we're probably going to see all that money poured back into the market. The best case scenario for bulls in crypto are going to be if we see a Bitcoin close between $25,000 and $26,000. If that happens, we could see up to $200 million of profit for bulls, and that would most likely lead to a significant rally over the weekend for Bitcoin. So right now, based on current prices, it looks like we should see bulls profit, which would lead to more money coming back into the market. We'll keep an eye out on this, but this is a pretty big options expiration date on a Friday with $510 million. So whatever happens with price will have an impact on the market, whether that's positive and bulls profit or that's negative and bears profit. Last couple things are going to be with Robinhood and Solana, Robinhood and MicroStrategy. So Robinhood just announced they're going to be slashing their workforce by 23%. They said they have to prepare as markets have not been doing too well in 2022. CEO Vlad Tenev said that even though they had announced a 9% cut of their workforce earlier in the year, at the beginning of 2022, they said that they need to do another 23% cut. They said ultimately 2020, they had seen a lot of growth, a lot of positive developments for the company, but so far in 2022, things have not gone as planned. And as a result of this, they need to be more cost disciplined, make sure they're not just hiring so many people, make sure every single person at the company is doing something that is absolutely necessary, because right now they are not in the best position financially, which is some case because crypto has been struggling, stock market has been struggling, their overall trading volume has been down on their platform. So ultimately, they just need to cut their workforce. Moving forward, we're going to need to keep an eye on this. It's not really great news for Robinhood stock, and especially with what has been going on in the markets and competition with FTX. Robinhood is going to be in a bit of trouble, I would say, over the next 6 to 12 months, because they have a lot of competition coming out of FTX. The markets have not been doing as well. And personally, I had used to use Robinhood, but I don't really use it much anymore. I personally like other platforms better for both crypto and stocks. So I think many people feel the same. It's shown in their numbers. So let me know your thoughts on this. But if you're invested in Robinhood stock, I would be a bit careful. Last thing I want to talk about is going to be with MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor, one of the biggest names in the crypto space, actually is stepping down as CEO. This was announced in unison, basically, with their earnings, their Q2 earnings, where they had lost $1.062 billion. Most of this was due to the fact that they had an impairment charge of $917 million for their Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has dropped significantly in value. So that is mainly why they saw that loss on their earnings. But moving forward, it's not that MicroStrategy isn't going to buy Bitcoin. So we don't need to worry about that. He just said that ultimately he's stepping down as CEO and is going to become the chairman of the company. And he says that they believe splitting the roles of chairman and CEO will better enable them to pursue their two corporate strategies, which is one of acquiring and holding Bitcoin, and the other, which is growing their enterprise analytics software business. So he says by stepping down as CEO and becoming chairman, executive chairman, he could focus more on Bitcoin acquisition and their strategy moving forward, while their new CEO, Fong, will be able to focus on the actual business. This, in my opinion, could actually help both the stock and crypto market, because it's going to allow MicroStrategy as a company to focus more on their growth in the software space. Going to generate more revenue, and that additional revenue could be poured back into crypto. So ultimately, investors seem to like this already, as MicroStrategy's stock had seen a 10% spike after this announcement came out. But we'll keep an eye on this over the coming days and weeks. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is a good move for MicroStrategy? Do you think it's a bad move? Do you think it's going to help the crypto market? But that's what's going on. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.